Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Yan Honglin with Steve Hatherley in the studio. Hello, Steve.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Hello to you too. Recently, I've discovered a new, let's say, source of entertainment, of happiness.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. It's something new for me. I'm doing for the year 2025. I decided to insert a little bit of a surprise element in my life. So I bought this bag of stickers, and they all have inspirational and nice sayings on each one. And every morning I would pick one. I do not know what that is. I put them backwards up so that I do not see the ones. And it's kind of like a lucky draw. And I got the sentence of my day.
What was it today?
The sentence of my day is that the universe is supporting me in its own way. It has a plan. Well, that's the translation. It has a plan for me. And all I needed to do is to embrace all the possibilities.
Yeah. Now, you're quite an impatient person.
How do you know?
In the limited amount of time I've spent with you, I can recognize that.
Yes.
Do you actually have the patience to wait 24 hours until the following day when you get your new message? Because I can totally see you just say, like, if you get a message you don't like, what do you mean the universe has a plan for me? Let me check tomorrow's.
Well, I haven't done that yet, but I can see myself doing that someday.
I can totally see you doing that.
Someday, yes.
Yeah, that's fun. It's kind of like now, this is an interesting cultural talking point. It sounds like a fortune cookie, which Westerners probably think is a traditional Chinese thing, the fortune cookie.
Yet.
When in fact, there's nothing to do with China and fortune cookies. That is a completely or Western Chinese food thing.
Yes. Fortune cookie. We do not even have a Chinese set name for a fortune cookie. We'll just call it 幸运饼干. Direct translation. It's just not good. Well, anyways, you're right. But I understand how fortune cookies got popular in the, Western culture or Western recognition of Chinese culture, whatever.
It was always a Chinese restaurant. When you finish your meal, they would always give you a fortune cookie.
Anyways, I understand the element, though. It's that little, surprise element, the anticipating for something, not knowing it.
You get that message. That's why I said what you're doing in 2025 has that kind of element to it.
Yes. And I didn't used to like this. When I want something, I just, go get it. And now I get the feeling of, even sometimes when I got the bag of, stickers, I actually read some of those and I kind of liked some of those. And for me...
Wait, you've read them all already?
Not all of them, just some of them.
You're not supposed to read any of them.
You're right. But the idea is that I kind of know what I wanted when I'm trying to pick it out.
You were looking for it.
I was not looking for it. I was hoping for it.
Uh-huh.
And that is the kind of sentiment that is shared by a lot of young Chinese people these days. They know what are certain things that they want, or maybe among a collection of dolls, of, for example, toys or notebook or any kind of artifact. There are, for example, 5 types, and there might be 2, we call it hidden types. That is, you do not get to know what the hidden types are until you actually got it. And then you don't get to pick the ones you want. You have to buy them in a box, and you have to unpack the box to discover what is the one that you have just bought.
Is this our topic for today?
Yes!
Unboxing what are they called here in China? The blind boxes.
Yes, we call it the blind boxes. And the blind box in Chinese is 盲盒.
盲盒.
Yes, so 盒子 is a box, and 盲 carries the meaning of blind or, for example, visually challenged. So 盲盒 means that it's a box that you buy, but you do not get to see what's inside.
Yeah, I hear people talk about this a lot. This must be a big part of 2024, 2025 kind of fun pop culture stuff.
Yes, it's definitely a pop culture stuff.
I've heard of live streams happening where people will purchase these boxes, and the whole idea, and I guess the reason that it's fun, is because you don't know what's inside, but you're purchasing it anyway. And, well, I mean, you have an idea because it's related to some particular theme,
yes.
right? It's not like it's completely random. But some of these blind boxes can be food. Some of them can be toys. It just depends on what the theme is for that particular thing.
Yes, so that 盲盒 is going to be the topic of today's Takeaway Chinese.
Have you ever bought a food blind box or a blind food box? Have you ever purchased one of those before?
Yes, I actually have, but they're leftover blind boxes.
So what happens if because when people choose what they want to eat, it's because they want to eat it. So when you're choosing a food blind box, you don't know what's inside.
There are so many different types of blind boxes, and we're going to talk about all of them.
Okay, fair enough.
So for our dear listeners, if you are interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. It just occurred to me, if takeaway Chinese in the future are takeaway Chinese blind boxes, you do not get to know what you're learning. You just have to tune in and then you discover what are the words and theme and topic of today.
It's like every episode of Takeaway Chinese is a blind box.
Yes, but can you understand the excitement, the attraction behind or around blind boxes?
I can, because it's almost, well, first, you're drawing on that human emotion of anticipation and excitement. But then you've got the mystery, the air of mystery, because you don't know what's inside. So I do understand attraction because it's the element of surprise.
Definitely.
And there's a second reason I understand. When I was young, I used to collect hockey cards. And of course, in your collection, some cards are more common than other cards. So when you go to the store and you buy your little pack of cards, there's that air of mystery. There's the element of surprise. Which cards am I going to get this time? Which one am I not going to get that I really want? Then you've got the feeling of disappointment if you don't get the one you want, but that feeling of elation if you do. So I totally get what's behind this.
And in a society where, actually I think in any societies, we give meaning to things. They do not really carry meaning on its own. It's that when a certain number of people decided that they mean something to them, the thing started to mean things. What I'm saying here is that when it comes to blind boxes, one thing, the very first action with these things is to buy the black boxes. And then you actually, when you get the item that you don't want, but someone else might want it, you can trade with them.
Yes, exactly.
You can exchange the type with them. And later on, when there is a market for these blind boxes or the items in these blind boxes, actually there would be a price tag on each and every different type of the same collection. And all that, when it grows to that scale, I think 盲盒 blind boxes, it's just much more than just one person's one type of collection. It's a whole industry almost.
Yeah, and you see this in different spaces without the words blind box attached. What I mean is, if you're a sticker collector, I've seen this a lot, where you go and you buy some gummies from the convenience store, and inside the gummies, there's a sticker in there, and it's part of a collection. So any type of promotion like that, then it's still got that blind box element. When you open up the gummies, you don't know what sticker you're going to get. Sometimes you'll get a replicate of something you already have, but sometimes you'll get a new one and then you're excited. So this is evident in different spots in our lives. We just call it different things, I think.
Yes, and one, the let's say, the industry or the market of a certain collectible items in these blind boxes got mature enough. Actually, I think, like you said, it's definitely one element of pop culture that is quite popular in the year 2024, 2025, but it's actually much earlier than that. The idea of blind boxes 盲盒 or 抽盲盒, 抽, because 抽is kind of like take it out. It's like to draw, to pull.
To remove
Well,
from its original source.
No, 抽is more like originally one fortune-telling way in China was to give you or to put a lot of wooden sticks in a small barrel and then you pull one out. On that stick, there would be one sentence talking about maybe your day, like what I was doing for my sticker. And there would be this fortune teller describing or explaining what's on it. So the action of to pull something out of that small barrel, carrying the idea of to get your portion or your version of your luck out there. So 抽盲盒 is definitely one thing. Or 抽取, for example, if you say 我买了一个盲盒, I bought a blind box and 我想抽到这一款, hopefully I can, it's like a lucky draw the lucky one for me kind of idea. So 抽, this action, this verb is related to the 盲盒 industry. And going back to my previous point was that 抽盲盒, this action has been popular for a while, and I suddenly realized these days that the items, the little stuff, the different types of goods in these blind boxes are much, much prettier, exquisite, and nicely made than several years ago. So the industry is definitely developing just on its own.
Yeah, that's probably because it's not just about what's inside anymore. It's about the unboxing. It's about the process of finding out what's inside. Unboxing videos have become so popular online. And so I guess the 盲盒 industry realized, it's not just about what's in the box. It's the process of opening the box and digging it out for the very first time.
Yes, and when you dig it out, you want the item to look perfect under the camera. So you want to make them beautiful. You want to put a lot of artistic thoughts in it, and you want people to actually cherish them as their own treasure and put them in beautiful, transparent boxes instead of blind boxes on their bookshelf to show it off to their friends and making their friends also a fan of 抽盲盒.
That's why, and I understand why this is such an attractive hobby for people, and I can understand why this would be maybe a little bit addictive as well. Because when I was collecting hockey cards when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to get to the store to get my next little pack.
Of course. And when it comes to 盲盒, we already know a verb that is 抽. It carries the meaning of the lucky draw it out idea. And another verb would definitely be 拆, like you said, the unboxing. So 拆 is unbox.
拆.
Yes. So we can also say 开. So 打开 is to open up. But if you think about it, 开 is less vivid than 拆. 拆 carries the idea that you're unboxing it and you cannot wait, so you're tearing everything apart. 拆礼物, for example, unboxing your present, it's also the same verb, 拆.
拆.
Yes. So it's like unwrapping. Would be 拆. And 开, unboxing can be 开 or 打开 or open a book. 打开一本书, that's 开. Both verbs work.
I always ask you this question because I'm always curious to know if the logic carries over. And what I've learned from you recently is that the logic doesn't always carry over. So 拆 means to unwrap. So can we use this when we're talking about peeling fruits? For example, like a banana. How do you say banana in Chinese?
香蕉.
香蕉 chai?
No, 剥香蕉.
Because I was thinking peel
yes.
is the unwrapping of the banana in a
And
sense.
already you know, peel is the unwrapping of the bananas, just like 剥香蕉就和拆礼物的拆一样. So again, we have the correlations, the fixed ones. So they share similar meanings, yet you have to use a certain verb for a certain noun.
Understood.
So 剥香蕉, but 拆礼物, 拆盲盒, 拆卸 is another one, but I think this one is a bit far away. It carries the meaning of disassemble.
To take apart.
Yes.
Piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
So chai, that verb, is limited to things perhaps that are inside a package or covered in some sort of wrapping.
Now that I think of, yes.
Chocolate.
拆巧克力 works.
Okay. Found some logic that works there.
Yes, and you can say 把它拆出来. So I unwrap it and take it out. 出来 is take something out.
Okay.
So having that idea.
Chai kai chocolate.
Yes. And another word that is definitely related to, really closely related to the blind box theme is 系列.
系列.
系列 means series.
Series?
Yes.
How's that related to the blind boxes?
Because now blind boxes are very advanced and they have different selections, different series of items. So in one series, you might have, for example, 10 relatively common ones and 2 very rare ones. And this is a collection or a series, 一个系列. And the goal of a lot of collectors would be to get the entire series.
Yeah, so if there's 10, usually, I don't know, 7 are common. Then the 2 are difficult to get.
Yes.
And then that last one is extremely
hard.
difficult.
Yes. And the extremely difficult one or the really hard to get one, the rare edition, in Chinese, we call them 隐藏款.
Yin cheng kuan.
Yes, 隐 carries the meaning of invisible, and 藏 means to hide somewhere,
Okay.
actively or passively. So 隐藏 would be the hidden one. Usually when it comes to blind boxes, the hidden ones, you would have the common ones printed on the boxes, showcasing we have, for example, like you said, 7 common ones, and you would pick, I like the black one better. The black one looks prettier to me. I hope I can get the black one first. You would have the 7 ones printed on the box, yet they tell you we have 3 hidden ones. Now you get the idea of hidden because they do not tell you what it looks like in advance.
Yeah, further increasing your curiosity.
Yes. So the rare editions are relatively prettier, nicer, and if you're a collector, yet you just cannot stand the idea of buying more blind boxes, you want to go straight after the one that you do not have. They are also the expensive one.
No, yes, of course. The hard to get ones are always the most expensive.
Yes. And with all these different types, there is another, it's kind of like a measure word that I'd like to introduce. 款式.
款式.
Yes, 款式 means style. And 款, it's kind of like a design, a type. Again, a measure word. So you can, when you're referring to these items in these blind boxes, you can ask, for example, 这个系列, this series, this collection, 有, have, 多少款, how many different types. So this is talking about how many of these are there in this series.
But 款式, that's about style, like fashion style?
It can be fashion style. It can even be clothes style. So 款式, for instance, 这个衣服的款式我很喜欢, the style, the cutting and designing of this clothes is quite nice to me, suits me, something like this. So because we talk about these blind boxes and the toys that I am thinking about now, many of these toys would be surrounding one certain theme. And for example, if you are collecting, let's say, a Harry Potter series of toys in these blind boxes, then usually not only will they have different characters in the Harry Potter series, they would even have different types. For example, Dumbledore. We all know Dumbledore as this old, wise, really silver hair and silver beard man, old wizard.
Yeah.
Yet he has his younger version in other movies. So for these different items, they can be the young Dumbledore, the middle-aged Dumbledore, and the relatively older Dumbledore. So these different ones would be different type, different version, different design. So that is 款, different 款.
Is he the same guy from The Lord of the Rings? I mean,
Some of him, well, one of him is because they changed the character.
thank you. We're off topic now.
We are a
Back
little
to
bit.
takeaway Chinese.
Yes. So that's 款式, different types, different styles.
Question about that word style, which this question is not related to blind boxes. But if somebody asks you like, oh, do you like this shirt? Do you like this bag? Do you like these shoes? Can you say like 不惯学? Like, it doesn't have any style. I don't like that style.
Oh, no. I understand, but you can say, I don't like this style. 我不喜欢这个款式.
Oh, okay.
But you can only use this 款式, this word, as a noun, not in the sense of the abstract fashion style,
Understood.
but more like the designing of it.
I see. This is a more literal sense of the word
Yes,
style.
the design of it.
Got it.
Yes, so that is 款. And I think for now we have all of the keywords of the idea of 盲盒. So if you're talking about 盲盒, you are almost always talking about series, 系列. And also in the same 系列, there would be different 款式. And when you're unboxing, you're 拆 or 开 the 盲盒, and you would hope you can 抽到 different type, especially the hidden ones, the rare edition, 隐藏款.
If you get all of those, then you're going to love unboxing your blind boxes. If you get all the yin chong, the hidden ones,
隐藏.
yin chang, then you will really enjoy your dakai, opening them up.
Yes. 开盲盒.
开盲盒.
Yes, you love your 开盲盒 experience.
Right.
You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Honglin, and Steve. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts via email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's talk about some strange yet now common and popular stuff in a blind box. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Steve Hatherley in the studio. In the beginning of the show, Steve asked me about the bread or food blind box.
Yeah.
I've bought one, and now I can answer your question. The reason we call it the one that I got was not necessarily a food blind box. It was more like a leftover blind box.
Explain, please.
Don't get me wrong. I did not get someone's food that they got one bite and they decided they don't like it. It's more like the leftover food from a food store that they didn't sell. So the idea was to save more food so that we do a better deed for the planet. And a lot of bakery and also beverage store and some restaurant, they, after cooking for sometimes the entire day, because it's actually quite natural if you bake for the entire day amount of food to sell to people. And there would definitely be leftovers, and they put the leftover bakeries into this one box. You do not know what's in it, yet you trust the brand, you like the bakery, and you get the blind box. And the catch here is that it's much cheaper, and you get the little element of surprise. At the same time, you enjoy the idea that you're eating this really delicious bakery and saving the planet.
Yeah, and this is done in different cities around the country, right? And it's such a wonderful idea because food waste is a big problem. So many different countries around the world. And this helps. This really, really helps. So food that typically would have been thrown away, this is one of the ways that they can avoid doing that.
And literally we call it 剩菜盲盒.
剩 剩菜盲盒.
Yes, 剩 means leftover. 剩下 leftover. 菜 is dish. And 盲盒. So like the name suggests, it's not only to bakery or beverage. It can be the kind of dish in restaurants as well. So 剩菜盲盒.
I haven't seen this at restaurants before. So how does this work at restaurants?
Well, I think there is an app for different types of 剩菜盲盒. And
okay.
a restaurant has to be one of the restaurants on this platform. And you have to also order from this platform. So you're getting the 剩菜 instead of the, well, ordinary 菜.
So this is done through ordering with restaurants.
Yes.
This is not just they put the food out at the front of the restaurant.
They sometimes do that too. Yes. And especially for bakeries,
Okay.
they would put the pastry, bread, cake into the blind box and you can just pick one.
That's fun. I want to try that.
Yeah, you can try and find a place with that service, and that's the 剩菜盲盒. And 剩菜盲盒is not the only blind box, not the only 盲盒I've purchased online. Actually, now on China's online shopping platforms, we all know e-commerce is quite,
huge.
say, yes, it's huge. It's really developed in China. And you can actually get a 盲盒 for literally anything. For example, I have personally purchased a makeup 美妆盲盒, a makeup blind box.
What did you get inside? As far as I know, people can be quite picky about their makeup because depending on your skin type, some types of makeup can work well with your skin and others might not. So I'm curious, what types of makeups did you get?
That is why the shop owner is quite smart. What they were offering was this eyeshadow blind box.
Eyeshadow blind box, so it wouldn't matter. So
it wouldn't matter that much.
Yeah, right.
The idea was that you can try different colors, that the ones that you didn't dare to try previously, you didn't think you're going to be, good wearing it. But with this eyeshadow blind box, I get to try a blue-green, shiny kind of color. It was actually quite nice if you're in a nightclub or something. Yeah, it depends. But it's
Yeah.
a fun experience. And as always, these kind of blind boxes, no matter if it's 美妆盲盒, the makeup blind box, or for example, 零食盲盒, snack blind box, they would almost always promise that the value of the stuff in the blind box would be much higher than what you actually
what you're
pay.
paying. Yeah, right. Which makes it very appealing
Yes.
for customers. And it also makes the customers willing to take that risk about, I don't know what colors are in that eyeshadow box, but it's a good deal, so I'll try it out.
Yes, and when it comes to 零食盲盒 snack blind box, I have also purchased a chocolate blind box, 巧克力盲盒. You can pick the brand you like and then get a blind box. The catch here is that some of them would be close to expire date, but it's not a big deal to me. They will tell you what the expire date is, and you get it in a lower price, and
Yep.
also you get to try some types that you have never
That's
tried
fun.
before.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are, snacks, makeup. That makes sense to me. Are there any other unique ideas for blind boxes that people sell?
One very unique idea would be 机票盲盒.
机票盲盒.
机票 would be a plane ticket or flight ticket.
What?
It's a discount
Wait.
flight ticket.
Really? So wait, so you're buying a flight ticket and you don't know the destination?
You don't know the destination.
Wow.
The idea is to give yourself a treat of a surprise travel.
Wow.
You got the date, but you don't know the destination.
Do you have the return time?
No.
It's just a one-way ticket?
Well, it depends. Different services, different packages.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
definitely fun.
Have you done that before?
I haven't done that. I'll try that in the future.
Oh, I think that would be a great idea. So they do this for domestic flights and for international flights?
I think domestic flights mostly.
Yeah.
Because international flights for especially most Chinese people means that you have to get the passport, which is a
Sure.
bit difficult.
Yeah.
But domestic ones, definitely.
I think this is a great idea. Can you let me know the next time you see one of these blind box flight ticket things?
Of course.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are interested in the life in China, I think we've covered a lot, but this tiny little element, this very special side of Chinese life is also here presented to you in today's Takeaway Chinese. Next time you think about coming to China, living here, staying for a while, having some fun, this might be another attraction. That
sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, I'm very curious about that flight ticket blind box. I really want to do that someday.
And next time when you actually do it, allow me to be there to see you 拆盲盒.
Okay, I will.
And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Steve Hatherley in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column podcast. You can also listen to the show and read the script there. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. Don't forget to leave your questions, comments, and ratings. 感谢收听，我们下次再见。